Hi Capricorn, welcome to your new love reading for 19. I should change that to new love situation because there's been a few, not all, but a few exes showing up. It's not intended to be an ex reading, but lo and behold, it ends up being a reading about, oh, this is someone from your past coming back in. So just FYI. Other than that, hi, this is your new love reading for 19. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, including the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Divinely Guided Tarot. Much love and support to her, and hopefully you get a chance to check her out, show her some love and support as well if you like what she has to say. And lastly, this is intended as a romantic love reading, although it may resonate in other areas of your life as a new found situation that you really feel drawn to, such as friendship, job offer, financial situation, that sort of thing. Even repairing old family relationships. All right, so new love situation for Capricorn. What is it? Come on. Capricorn. The Empress. The Hangman. Three of Cups. Knight of Wands. Ten of Wands. And the Three of Wands. Okay. Okay. All right, okay. Queen of Cups, that could be Cancerian, could be Pisces or King of Cups. Doesn't even have to be that. It just is somebody. This could be male or female, but it is somebody who is sees things through emotional eyes. Where like they feel first, think later. They might be very emotional. They thrive on emotional connection and affection and stability. Because of that, they look to you for, or they're going to look to you and want to provide for you emotional security. They're going to want to connect with you first and foremost emotionally, also Capricorn. So we got Cancerian, Pisces, Leo, Taurus, or Aries. This could be Aries also. The Magician, this is Gemini or Virgo. Interesting. Okay. You're dealing with someone that is okay. This is someone that is a mover and a shaker and likes to be out and about and social and wants to do things and taste life and do life and be be where the action is at. Which is kind of funny because typically when you have somebody meet things emotionally first, they tend to be a little bit more reserved because they're naturally feeling first, and so that everything's coming at them all the time, and they typically tend to not want to be around crowds or large people for a large amount of time. Like they need to go home to recharge their social battery, you know. But you got someone that might be quite active socially, and let's see here. All right, what's this? Let's do the Hangman. What's this Hangman about? Queen of Swords. Okay, this Three of Cups about. Five of Pentacles. What's this? Knight of Wands about? Capricorn. Wait. Four of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. What's the Knight of Wands about? Hermit. That could be Virgo. This is Two of Wands. Could be Gemini or Virgo also. The Magician. This Two of Wands about. Ace of Cups. Okay. So the thing is that this could be somebody that you meet online, and you kind of find out a little bit about how they are, and you're like, I don't know if they're ready to do this though, because they're still kind of, it's almost like they're just out wanting to have a good time, going for broke, and they're kind of going through the motions of being social, but they're probably very lonely or very they're really wanting emotional connection, and they're probably, although they might be very social, they're very dissatisfied with their social life. And this very well could be somebody at a distance that you're not able to get to each other. So because of that, it's like there's a lot of communicating and talking online and connecting that way, but you're kind of feeling like, you know what, I'm not going to invest emotionally, even though I see that this person could be that for me. Like we could have a really good time as far as we get each other on that emotional level. I'm not going to go there because this very well could be someone you've met from a distance, have an online only relationship, and you're just like, you know, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to invest emotionally because it's too far away at this point, and I don't want to give my heart away to somebody that's X amount of miles away. That's just not going to do it for me. So it could be that distance is a problem in keeping things from moving forward and you two actually gelling as a couple, because you're going to have to kind of survive online. This person's not going to be happy or socially fulfilled, though. As much as they might be active socially, there's something missing, and that's emotional intimacy and connection. And so you're kind of a welcome reprieve to them because they find that with you and you meet them online. However, distance is going to be an issue. That's gonna be an issue, because as soon as you two meet, it's going to be like they're going to want things to progress. And you being level-headed and logical, or you're like, you know what, for now we just need to keep it to online and communicating, because it's not gonna make sense to invest emotionally or go there. We can't get ahead of ourselves here. And honestly, what's gonna need to happen is, while there can be a lot of connection and communication, your person in particular needs to keep busy. They need to be doing all the things and lots of things, and find things that they find fulfilling and as a distraction. Because somebody that relates to things emotionally in this context of this reading, this person that you're going to meet, as soon as they find a connection and a fit with you, that's all they're going to want to do and talk about and see. You're going to become all. So they're going to need to keep busy, and they're going to need balance. And it's fine to have you on their mind and can't wait to talk to you, but when you become all, or when they want to kind of revel, because there's such a deficit here for emotional connection, when they want to revel in it, that's when things are going to get weird. Because nobody wants somebody that's kind of needy like that. You know what I mean? Like the neediness, that could start making them sound creepy. I don't mean to, but the thing is, they need perspective, and in order to keep perspective and balance, they need to do lots of stuff. They need to be involved in lots of stuff. So while they might be going through the motions socially, here they connect with you, and then it's about doing things that are purposeful for them. So there needs to be a shift, and it's almost like until they meet you, they're kind of feeling set adrift. Like they might be doing a lot of things, they might be dating, whatever, but nothing's very emotionally fulfilling. And then they find you, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, I want to smell the flowers again. I want to do this. I want to do that. So you kind of awaken something. But again, very wisely, you're like, whoa, we need to slow things down. Like, don't fall down the rabbit hole until we can get near each other, because it's not going to do any of us any good. And, this other person, especially if they're going to be more emotional about it, it's like, no, let's kind of stave that off. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. So distance is probably going to keep you two apart and from progressing as a couple. That might bother the other person more than it bothers you. I think you might have a level head about it. The other person is going to want to get this off the ground, and they're going to probably go through periods of just not being happy that you two are kept apart, especially as you get closer. Just saying. But work and distracting themselves and kind of just doing things to keep it into perspective until you two can be together, that would really help the other person. It seems like you kind of got a balance and got, it just feels like you're going to be more level-headed about this. But I mean, we've got the Five of Pentacles, we got the Hermit here, we got of Wands. So this is like, okay, the need for balance. And while this person might not be far from your thoughts and you theirs, still got to keep busy and be purposeful and throughout our day and be grounded, And as far as the distance, I mean, we've got the Two of Wands here and the Knight of Cups. So that's about being able to get to each other, but not really, because you're waiting, and the idea is there, the intent is there, but not yet. So, I mean, it could be love, or not love, it could be job, or something that's keeping you two apart, but such is the nature when you meet online, right? Okay. Yeah, it looks like you might have even met in person at one point, or this will be largely carried, the relationship will be largely carried online, but you will probably meet at some point, and then it'll be decision-making time after that, because that's when things are really going to take off. And so there's going to be, we got the Magician here. Okay, yeah, that's going to be about, all right, after you do meet, because like I said, it's going to start online, then you're going to decide to meet, and then each of you are going to have to go back to where you are, but now we've got this newfound love, this newfound connection, and it's going to be about, all right, what do we want to do now? How do we want to make this work? How is this going to work? How can we move to get closer to each other? Because we know how we feel, but things aren't going to be able to progress truly until we're in proximity with each other. So it's kind of like you two find a natural fit with each other, but the distance is going to be an issue. So that's going to need to be addressed and talked about with both of you. What's this Queen of Cups about? Yeah, Ace of Swords, 2 aces, good. New start. Okay, so again with the online thing, cooler heads prevail, though. It looks like you're going to be the one that's like, hey, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's make sure that we're just kind of keeping it alive, but we're keeping the other stuff at bay, because, you know, falling down that rabbit hole is going to complicate things until we can be together. It's tricky. It really is. It's tricky. All right. So, here, there. +4 Capricorn. You know, it feels like something's going to give October or November. There's going to be some kind of, for your person, it feels like there's going to be a job change for them. October or November. And then 3 months after that will be a move. And I know it's predictive, but October-ish, number like mid-November, there's going to be a job change for the Capricorns that I'm reading for. And I know this is oddly specific for, you know, those of you watching, because this is not just a one-person read, right? But October, mid-October is going to be pivotal. It feels like job or money is changing for this person, but it's going to be another 3 months before you two can be in proximity with each other. And I don't just mean a visit. I mean someone's going to make a physical move for someone else, and it feels like it's going to be the other person moving to where you are. It feels like you're more secure with where you're at, as far as job and things like that. Like you've got ties where you're at. And I think part of the reason why this person might be kind of dissatisfied with their social life is because it's just them where they are. They don't really have an anchor. They might be independent. They might be social. They might really want to take life by the horns and travel and all that, but they find it unfulfilling. Then they meet you and it's like, okay, yeah, I want to do all this stuff with you. So they're still wanting to do the things that they were dissatisfied with before, but now that they have you, they have connection, they're like, okay, I want to do it with you. I want to do it together. Healing, yay. Okay, so there's that Empress, and she's very nurturing, and it's about, when this comes up for a relationship reading, sometimes it can mean codependency, but oftentimes it's about finding that person that is like the ideal, and not to, you know, kind of make somebody out to need to be like the perfect partner, and then you get to dump everything on them. Not like that, like a catch-all that's going to fix everything. Not like that, but just this is someone that you fit with, that gets you, that understands you, that you feel safe with, that you feel protected and nurtured, and it's a give and take. It's not just like you're drawing from them or they're drawing from you. This is a very reciprocal relationship that will thrive. It's sometimes it can symbolize pregnancy, but this right here is about like you two. We got the Ace of Cups here, and then the Empress, and it's almost like, okay, this is ready to take off. This is ready to happen when you two can make it happen. The two of you together can make this happen. This is something that's really going to be good and beneficial for both of you. And when I say beneficial, I'm talking about healing. This is probably something that's going to really balance out the other person. It's going to be just what they need, that type of thing. And, you know, you're going to enjoy it too. But just, I feel like this person, like, as soon as they find you, they're just like, huh, you know, there's that whole like, God, what took you so long type of feel. Capricorn. I got the wrong deck. Justice. So we've got Queen of Swords here and Justice. That could be Libra. So your person, Capricorn, could be a Libra. Doesn't have to be, but I mean, we got Libra twice here. Just saying. But as far as justice, that once again is all is right with the world. There's balance, there's give and take, which is what I was talking about there. And also that this is someone that it's almost like just what you were looking for, just what they were looking for. There's just this fit, and it feels like everything is right and as it should be with this person. What else for Capricorn? Chariot. Okay, Chariot and Temperance. Okay, oh, it's Temperance and Chariot. So this is things needing, again, with the healing. Okay, but I mentioned perspective before. So this is somebody that until you two can be together, they're going to need to take some time and make sure that they're kind of staying balanced and that they do have perspective on this situation with you, Capricorn. And even going forward, probably by the time you two meet, you're not going to come up, or not meet, by the time you're able to physically be in proximity, you're not going to come up for air for a couple weeks, but balance. But this is, it's probably going to take your person in particular. I feel like you're going to be much more measured about it, but I think there might be kind of a deficit for them. So they're going to be really happy when they find you, but they're going to need to stay busy. And this is about balance and perspective until you two can finally get to where things can progress. But they might need more help than you as far as balance and kind of just assuring them, or just being like, look, it has to be this way right now until such and such. I feel like you're going to be a little bit more logically minded about it than they are, especially them being emotional about things. So, yeah, it's there. It's just, it's going to be delayed for about 7 months because, well, let's see what I said, because I said Libra, and then it was 3 months after that. So what's 3 months after that? What is that? Okay, so we're then. Oh, so it feels like you won't be able to physically be close to each other until February. You have intermittent trips and whatnot, but and like as far as permanency, being more local, close to each other. Okay, did I get everything? I did not. Yes, I did. Okay, so thank you for stopping by, Capricorn. I hope this was helpful. I hope it works out with your person that you're gonna meet. I hope that it just feels like they're gonna need more. That you're gonna be kind of straight about it. You're gonna be okay, but they're just gonna be like wanting to run circles around everything to hurry this up, and you can't. It's gonna take some time. So I hope they can withstand it, because I mean, it looks really good. It's just that there's going to be that challenge of trying to figure out how in the meantime, because they're going to want things to happen right now. Like, look at this Chariot right now. Like, no, we got to wait. Well, let's think about this. Got to wait. Yourself busy. Okay. All right. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.